We are off onto another fearless adventure, and this time we keep it simple and take a road trip to Tennessee and visit the Smokies. The Great Smoky Mountains, that is.
Yeah!
We managed to leave before sunrise so that we would not get in so late, but we passed an REI store coming in and had to stop. A stop that lasted, and I'm not kidding you, a couple hours. We will later appreciate that REI pit stop because the extra hiking gear we will be needing later on will be helpful. We finally made it and got us all checked in. After getting directions to our cabin, we made our way up a very narrow and windy road in search of our temporary residence in the mountains.
Look how steep this is.
And to our surprise,
Here's our lovely driveway.
we had a very narrow and steep driveway. I couldn't imagine attempting this if there was snow and ice. We rented this cute cabin on cabinsofthesmokymountains.com. Alfredo and I give our accommodations a 4 out of 5 star rating, only because we found the driveway very difficult at times to maneuver. The things that stood out was the spa tub in the master, the pool table in the loft, and the kitchen had everything we needed for cooking. We bundle up and make our way into Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. We even spotted a few bears.
What?
On that note, because it's almost the beginning of Gatlinburg's off-season, we spotted a lot less people. We kind of enjoyed not having the crowds that come with traveling, because when we go to famous monuments and attractions, there is almost a guarantee line. And how do you pass up having no lines for this cute sky lift? We didn't.
Yay, we're on a sky lift.
We continue our transportation in the sky and head up more into the mountains in Ober Gatlinburg's aerial tramway. As we make our climb up, we are reminded of the tragic wildfires that engulfed this area. It claimed at least 14 lives, injured 190, and is now Tennessee's largest natural disasters to date. The fires burned more than 10,000 acres inside the national park and 6,000 acres in other parts of the area. While getting an aerial view, it's evident how quickly the forest has snapped back and have started the recovery with new life. Ober Gatlinburg keeps the activities going all year round. Because we are here during the winter, skiing, snowboarding, and snow tubing will be the main attractions. To get to Grotto Falls, we needed to take the Trillium Gap Trail on the Roaring Fork Motor Nature Trail. During the winter, the Rainbow Falls Trailhead, located off Cherokee Orchard Loop Road, is the alternate route because of winter trail closures.
We have been hiking for about 3 miles and we're on our way to Grotto Falls. And it's been quite a trek. It's gonna be well worth the hike.
This particular hike is considered moderate in difficulty. Because of the rocky terrain, wear hiking shoes no matter what season it is. It takes about 2 to 3 hours to the waterfall and is 2.6 miles round trip. Because we took the alternate route, this will add another 3.4 miles to our round trip hike.
It's a pretty steep climb. We've been climbing, I have no idea how many feet, but I know all the way to the Grotto Falls trail was about 3.5 miles. So 3.5 miles back, we already climbed about 8 miles altogether, and we still got another mile to go. So this is beautiful.
It's gorgeous. These trails get a little messy when you have to cross over snow, ice, and water. See that?
Yeah.
That's black ice. So you just gotta be careful.
The 25-foot waterfall has formed a cave at the base of the falls. Beautiful icicles hang around the waterfall and nearby rocks, creating a winter wonderland. A great feature about this waterfall is that we could walk behind it. It's a very popular destination and known to be one of the best waterfall hikes in the Smokies. It was a treat to bring our hike to an end, witnessing the natural backdrop of the forest with the beauty of wildlife.
We are off to Mount LeConte. It's 45 degrees Fahrenheit, and my ears keep popping.
Well, I'm excited. This is supposed to be a really good hike. The mountain stands at close to 5,000, maybe 6,000 feet.
We're the only ones up here, it looks like, so far, so it might be a quiet hike.
There are many trails to choose from to hike in the Smokies. It's also why the Smoky Mountains is the top destination for adventurers. Since there's so many trails to pick from, we wanted to hike the one that was the most highly recommended to Mount LeConte. When starting this trail, we hiked alongside the Alum Cave Creek. The melting ice and snow made for a pretty backdrop and was fun to explore. The most challenging and rewarding trails in the national park is by ways of the Alum Cave Trail to Mount LeConte.
My fingers are frozen. There we go.
The Alum Cave Trail has everything we wanted in a trail. Beautiful streams, stunning panoramic views, challenging climbs, geological features, history, and high adventure. In order to reach the 6,593-foot summit of Mount LeConte, we need to climb 2,763 feet and hike 5.5 miles from the Alum Cave Trailhead. It was obvious we made it to the first prominent landmark when we reached Arc Rock. And as you can see, there are several steps we had to climb up and go under the arc before we could exit at the top. It's a nice place to stop for a quick rest and take in the view.
Exhausted.
The Alum Cave was now in sight. Really, it's more like a concave bluff than an actual cave. We climbed more steps leading up to the base of the cave where the views from Alum was well worth the climb.
Okay, well, we've probably stripped a few layers on this little hike we've had, and I'm joking, it's not little, it's pretty big. It's almost tempting to go rock climbing. I don't think we have the right gear on, but it was a perfect spot to take a break. Take a break, get some protein in, a little carb. We need some more energy for this hike. It's been strenuous.
I'm kind of worried that we're behind schedule. We've been hiking for 3 hours. We've only done 3 miles uphill, and we still got another 2 miles to go to the summit.
I think we'll make it. We'll make up some time. Drop, a nice little slippery slope. I'm about to show you here.
We'll probably see you on the way back down. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank goodness for the cable handrails that we gripped literally for dear life. The fact that we are hiking in the middle of winter and encountering a lot of ice made it even scarier to pass on the sections that exposed very steep drop-offs.
Definitely don't want to fall here. We finally made it. It's late. Took us almost 4 hours to get here because we took too much time filming, taking pictures. But the hike is just totally incredible. It's just amazing. The view is just superb. What can I say?
And now it's getting cold and we gotta head back.
Now we gotta head back.
Once we finally made it around a few ledges, the trail flattens out and we reached the shelters. Tempted to stop here, we pushed ourselves to reach the summit, which is only a half a mile from the lodge area. We found that the cliff top, which is located next to the LeConte Lodge, had the better views. So even if we did stop at that point, we weren't missing anything other than saying we made it to the actual summit. At 6,593 feet, Mount LeConte was a challenging climb for both of us, and now that we made it to the top, we need to quickly make it back down before we lose any more daylight. Because, bears. I think I counted over 20 museums in Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg alone. I'm sure I missed a few, adding to the many cool exhibits and things to do while visiting. As we tried to decide which one to go to, the coin landed on visiting Alcatraz East. And I'm not sorry we did.
This is the hour, the darkest place, Dante's Inferno.
25,000 square feet of notorious history of American crime, punishment and the consequences of crime scene investigation, crime fighting and counterfeit crimes, and pop culture.
Half the people dying while the rest of us are splitting hairs. It's a good world gone bad.
This museum has a unique way of showcasing its crime memorabilia. We highly recommend taking a few hours to walk through. Who knew Gatlinburg would be this much fun during its off-season? Although the weather could have played a huge part in what we were able to do, but we lucked out and had a great visit.